So hello guys, welcome to another video of 100 days of 100 coding questions challenge. Today is our 58th day of the challenge and we had completed 57 problem of the days on LeetCode. So let's begin with today's problem, that is problem number 3016, minimum number of pushes to type word to. It is a medium level question. Topics that are included in this question is table, strings, minus state, string, greedy, sorting and counting. So it is a question which uses greedy approach to solve the problem. So let's see what is this problem stating. It is stating that you are given a string word containing lowercase English letters. So we have given a string that is word and it contains lowercase English letters. Okay. So telephone keypad have keys mapped with distinct collections of lowercase English letters which can be used to form word by pushing them. Okay, so we have a keypad of older phones. So we have 11 keys in this, and every key is mapped with some lowercase English letters. Okay, so we can type a word by pressing the key number of times which in which the character appears. Like for typing B, we have to press this two button two times. Okay, so pressing for typing F, we have to push this three key three times because F is appearing third in this key. So it is saying all this stuff, and we have to make a word. So basically, we have to make a word that is given in this function. So we have to make that word by pressing keys. We can map as many keys to this keypad or any key. We can map any character to that key. So basically, we have to return the minimum number of pushes that we have to do for making that a word. So let's begin with this problem. So let's understand the approach. Uh, Remember, we have not given the mapped keys. Okay, we have to map the keys. We have to map the keys and associate the key with some characters. Okay, so let's begin with this question. So at first, I have to calculate the frequencies of every character that are appear in this string. Okay. So for the maximum number of frequency, for the element which have the maximum number of frequency, I will map that character to the first place of the key. Okay. For example, I have x. Okay, I have x two times. So I have mapped that x at the first position of the key. So I can map as many as eight characters in the first position because I have eight keys which can be mapped. Okay, so for that higher frequencies, I will map that element to the first place. For the lower frequencies, I will map on the second place. Or another lower frequency, I will map it on the third place. Okay, so for first eight characters which have the maximum frequencies in that string, I will map it to the first place of every key. Okay, for example, I have this string. Okay, so I have this string and I will make a hash map which counts the frequency of that string. Okay, so I have a that comes one time. So okay, so and again I have a that is two. So I have b, it appears once. I have b again, so it appears two times. Then c, which appears one time. Then again c, which appears second time in this string pair. Two times d, two times e, two times f. So c and d, which appears two times. Then e, which appears two times. Then f, which appears two times. Then g, which appears two times. Then h, which appears two times. And at last I have I, which appears okay, let me count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 times. Okay, so it appears 6 times. So it is the hash map. It is the frequency map of this string, and I have every frequency of every element. So for this, I have to make a mapped keypad which contains all these characters, and then and I have to make a word by pushing every key. Okay, so it is a basic thinking that if I have to push an element maximum times, so I will place it on the ones place, okay, or at the first place. So I will map I at the first place of any key. I will not specify the key here. at any key, I will place the I at the first place because I have to push I 6 times. Okay, for making the word, I have to push I 6 times. Then I can map any of them because all of them have the same frequency. So at first, I will come on the 2. So 2 gets I. Okay. Then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I have 8 keys which can be mapped. Okay. So for 3, I will map H. For 4, I will map G. For 5, I'll map F. On 6, I will map E. On 7, I will map D. On 8, I will map C. And on 9, I will map B. Okay, so I have mapped uh, some of the keys, or I should say 8 keys or 8 characters on 8 keys at first place. Okay, so now I have to place the key on the second place because every key which can contain character have the associated key or character on the first place. Then I will map the key on the second place. So on 2, I will map A. So by this I have completed the mapping. So I will not return the keypad. Okay. So remember I have to return the pushes, number of minimum pushes which is required to make this string, not the keypad. So I will not mapping all the characters, all the 26 characters on the keypad. I will just map the required characters in on the keypad and just return the pushes according to the frequency of that character. Okay, so let's begin with the unordered map and counting the frequencies. So I will make an unordered map which will store character and int, and it will name as map, and I will make a for each loop for char a in word mp of a plus plus. then 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 I'll transfer all these characters in vector for the sorting. I have to sort all the characters in ascending order, and I will take the last character because it will have the most frequency, and then I will take a second last character and then third last character. Basically, I will traverse this from the last of the sorted array. So I will make a vector which will store pairs. At first, I will store the frequency, and second, I will store the character. In this, I have stored character and then frequency, but in vector, I will store the first an integer or the frequency and then the character. Okay, so let's name this as frequency, and for auto id in map, I will push into the frequency, push back. At, first character will be the frequency of that character, so it dot second, and second it dot first. So it will make frequency array for me. Then I will sort this array. Sort frequency dot begin, comma frequency dot end. It will sort the array in the ascending order. Then I will traverse the array from the last. So and I equal to frequency dot size minus 1. I is greater than equal to 0 and I minus minus. So it will traverse the frequency array from the last, as I have the largest or the maximum frequency of the last. So I'll make an integer in push equal to, at first it will be 0 and then a integer that will count the number of characters that I have mapped. Okay, so at first it will be 1. Okay, at first it will be 1 because I will not start them as a zero base index. Okay, so let's start it with 1, and if 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 the if a is less than equal to 8, because I have at max 8 keys which can be mapped. So if it is less than 8, I will push one into frequency of I dot first. Okay, so this line is just saying that I have to push only one time, that button only one time, and how many times I have to push for the uh, number of frequency. Okay, so I will press the button till I will get the number of frequency as I want. Okay, so the frequency is on the first position of frequency of I. So I will push the button only one time for one character, and I have to get the number of frequencies of characters. So I will push it one into the frequencies. Okay, if it is less than or equal to 8, because I can map only 8 characters on the first position. Okay, then for 16, then else if the character 8 characters are mapped, then I have to map it on the second place, and for the second place I have to push the key two times. Okay, so less than or equal to 16, because the second places are only 8, so 8 first places and plus 8 second places are 16. Okay, so for that 16 characters I have to push that frequencies, push that key two times. Okay, and for 24, and if a is less than or equal to 24 and greater than 16, I have to push the character three times or the button three times, else I have to push it four times. And by this I have mapped all 26 characters on that 8 keys. Okay, for the first position I will push that for one time, for second position I will push it for two times, for third position I will push it for three times, and for the fourth position I will push it for four times. Okay, so at last I will return push, that is number of pushes. So by this I have written the logic, and let's see if it is running fine or not. So I have, okay, id dot second and id dot first. Um, why is it not running? Okay, dot, I have a typing mistake. Why is it not running? Okay, so for every character I have to increment e. Okay, yes, it is running fine, and let's submit it and see if it is passing all the test cases or not. Yes, it is passing all the test cases. And by this, I have completed the code of the day of today and the 58th day of this challenge, that is 100 days of 100 coding questions challenge. And if you have any problem in this code, I am leaving the code link or solution link in the description. You can go there and tally the code from here. So thank you for today.